Here we
Escape
go.
Gaming. First pick Warlock. They've been picking a lot in Dream League as well. Super solid hero for a number of reasons. Very good against like potential illusion shit that comes up thanks to his chains. The heal and the fatal bonds are also both very good in any sort of laning scenario, essentially.
So have they been playing it mostly as a support, right?
Yes, yes. There will be no mid Warlock.
I saw Sind tweeting about it. Somebody was trying to call him out about not getting fatal bonds in one particular game, and obviously he did not feel it warranted fatal bonds that game. No, Cinderin.
Oh, Sind.
Cinderin.
He did not get them. I think everyone's on the train now where they go 2 points and 3 points.
What does that mean? You
like
2-0-3?
Sorry, 2-3-0 at level
2-3-0.
5, and then into the ulti, and then back for like
Disruptor.
and you go back for upheaval later, but you max one fatal bonds and the heal first.
Okay. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, the tweet might have been about upheaval. I can't remember the context, but the point was that I saw them tweeting about playing Warlock. That was really the core of that. But Vega, very Vega-y heroes. They've always loved the Disruptor, and they'll first pick it here. Good team fighter alongside the Slardar, a little mini Ravager there. Big AoE crushes. We talked about him a little bit earlier, but another kind of classic Vega hero. Not too surprised to see Slardar making an appearance. But here we go.
Yes,
Second
support
pick, Clockwork.
That's Yapsor, dude. That's position 4.
All right, we saw this not that
Dream
long
League
ago.
the other
Dream
day.
League. Yeah, I was watching that.
Interesting. Now, I guess the option's there to mix it up, right? You don't necessarily have to send it position 4. That is what they did last time.
Right.
I don't know.
Part of what makes it a good second pick here.
Yeah. I'm intrigued by it. I think it's kind of cool because it works. Like Clockwork's biggest problem was that he falls off, and like you just get to this point where all you're good at is like hooking in, and you become more like almost like a saving support sometimes, even when you're an offlaner. If that makes sense, like you're just like trying to hook in to like stop someone from dying, but you're not really like farming and scaling well. So
good. I'm trying to think of if there's like a comparable kind of position 4 to Clockwork. I mean, the problem with him on that position is just experience, I would imagine. Because like this is a hero that classically just it's all about level 6, you know, kind of the Nyx assassin syndrome.
Mid.
Yeah, and then you start the snowball by shutting down other lanes and also finding kills with your teammates. You know, with this, one of the biggest problems with Clockwork is that he doesn't have a great recovery mechanism. He doesn't really Iron Talon that well. He can't really farm that effectively. Like, he doesn't really have a choice but to find farm by setting up kills and ganking, right? That's kind of just by definition what he does.
Or leeching off lane, and then honestly, at that point, you're getting like as much experience in position 4 anyway.
Yeah. So it
good.
It's cool. It fits the Yapsor style, I guess, is for lack of better articulation. You know, he seems to really shine on playmaking 4s, like your Earthshaker. He even plays Earthshaker when he's not really that popular in the meta. It's like, all right, well, for this to work, we need to see some sick fissures, some big rotations, and he'll do kind of weird stuff. You know, like camp mid for 2 minutes in the trees, sit level 1, and you think, all right, there's no way he's still sitting mid. They try to full a gank rotation, he completely breaks it up, saves mid, and you're just like, holy shit, that's like a lane-winning play right there. He saw that coming 2 minutes ago. So I could see him finding ways to make it work on the Clockwork. I'm pretty intrigued here. What's Vega got?
Next band's come out. I like the SF ban. Good group up hero right now. A lot of teams banning SF.
Really?
It's like he might be making a little bit of a comeback.
But what is the go-to SF build right now? Is it like Aghanim Scepter?
I think it's like Shadowblade. Like kind of fight scale deal.
I see. I'm still not sure how I feel about that Aghanims. If it's really good or kind of.
I think it's kind of meh.
Yeah,
it's a lot of money. Like 4,200 gold is like that's like almost a butterfly.
And it kind of requires the other team to mess up. I almost feel like.
Yeah.
If you can do all the damage with it, it's an amazing 5v5 item.
5 seconds
but
remaining.
I kind of hate Escape's bans. I don't think that was the play.
I don't see the Enchantress ban. I'm not really sure why that one is particularly scary here. Maybe Vega had been playing it, but
I think it's because the potential for Slardar plus Vega plus Enchantress in the offlane, which makes sense. But I don't agree with the Darkseer. I don't think they're gonna run Darkseer Slardar. I mean, I know they could have. I know it's a very powerful combination where you just give Iron Shell on top of Slardar. You can basically bully anyone, but I also feel like Vega Squadron are almost guaranteeing that they're gonna go into an offlane Slardar. Like, yes, Darkseer would have changed that for sure, but I don't know. I feel like you could have gotten rid of maybe some of the Iceberg's heroes. I guess I don't feel like it's worth it enough because Lifestealer's out, so they can't go Storm Spirit plus Lifestealer or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like now Juggernaut is super sick for Vega. Completely negates battery assault if he gets hooked, so he's not going to be a good target.
Yeah, that's a good point. Jug's good against Clock just in general. You've got magic immunity. You've got a way to turn, go invulnerable, do big damage. Jug doesn't really care about Blade Mail that much relative to a lot of other carries. You know, Healing Ward negates a lot of that. Third pick, LC. Okay, shaping up to be a very interesting draft for Escape. And still some flexibility here. Always the option for a passive jungling LC. I think probably unlikely. More likely offlane LC for Kezu, and then Warlock and Clockwork on
This is so weird.
Support, I guess.
Yeah, but now they can just go Shadow Demon because they have a Juggernaut already. And yeah, you have Shadow Demon Disruptor as your combination, but you have Shadow Demon to set up Slardar Crush, then you have Disruption to counter up against Duel, and then you have Disruption to counter up against whoever gets hooked by Clockwork.
That is.
And then you have Manta Illusions
pick.
like you have big stat carry and Jug already.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Jug, even though he doesn't usually make the cut as an illusion carry, he fits the bill, man. He usually goes stats-based items. The illusions are buck nasty.
He might get psyched up here, though. There's, like, Dazzle's the other possibility.
Ooh.
If it's not Shadow Demon, it's Dazzle, I would say. Almost certainly.
Yeah, Dazzle works. I think Dazzle, I would rather have a Shadow Demon, honestly. Dazzle's okay against LC. Of course, Grave works, but Dazzle against
Grave
Clockwork
takes you to 1 HP.
is not fun.
Whereas Disruption, you don't take any damage, I suppose.
Yeah, that exactly.
And yeah, you are correct.
Like Clockwork will be able to isolate either Disruptor or Dazzle. And yeah, Glimpse is a factor, but once a Clockwork's on top of a Dazzle, like even getting the cast animation for Grave can be a difficulty. Battery Assault is so strong against that hero.
I've already looked back at the bans like 4 times now to see if Shadow Demon was there, and I'm just crazy. But I don't see Shadow Demon, so
they take
I want the OD more.
Gaming.
So
Okay.
same idea though, right? Now they have the Astral Prison to save from the duel. It's like the
Yeah.
exact same logic.
Yeah, absolutely. One of
Escape
2
play.
banishment spells.
I do think you're correct. I think it's Kezu Legion Commander.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't think they're gonna do like Quakeva mid or anything like that.
Could it
now
be
that
like
the OD's mid?
Quakeva Razor mid?
I think maybe it'll be 5th pick. It should be 5th pick.
Reserve time.
Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, I had that mixed up though because they have the next 2 picks for Escape. They have to choose now. It pairs up nicely. Razor's got a decent time to go with the Legion. Actually, it's not bad.
And they already have some control. You know, you've got Hook Shot, you've got Golem, so you could get away with a mid that doesn't really offer you much crowd control, but just some raw damage. And you know,
They might need some more AOE CC though, like a Puck.
Yeah.
But I don't think Quakeva really plays that hero much lately. And then you're up against an OD anyway, so
I mean, maybe Lone Druid.
Tinker is still okay, but Disruptor Slardar.
They take the safe lane era hero.
Tough call.
Luna. Okay, so Luna really good for early tower pushing. The aura makes a huge difference. Kind of some just natural cool synergy there with LC if you're grouped up, like huge burst damage. You hit him with a duel, hit him with a Lucent Beam, couple of right clicks, and you're killing quite a few of those heroes.
5 seconds remaining.
Great team fight as well. Luna, like that perfect mix of a carry that scales super well into the late game, gives you security there, but you know, she also team fights early pretty damn well. That ultimate is disgusting. You know, if you get a good like Golem hook shot initiation, there's so many ways Escape can initiate this game. I do like the Invoker ban though. That would have been
Yeah, that actually I didn't think of that. That would have been very good. So now with the OD, do you still ban Shadow Demon?
Maybe they ban Dazzle. I think Dazzle's a little more appealing now with the OD out because the
And
OD
I was
can
thinking that
save
too
Dazzle.
with the aura too.
Now you have Glimpse, you have Healing Ward, you've got Peel from the Slardar with Crush, and Banishment with the defensive Astral. I think your Dazzle can feel pretty safe in the back line.
You would spam it too, like just non-stop heals from the Dazzle. You just get unlimited mana.
Yeah, OD Dazzle is actually sick combo for early 5-man. And they ban
Ban the
Rubik. Also a
Rubik.
reasonable ban. A lot of good stuff to steal here.
Yes, the Warlock too. Like if you're not caught inside.
And the null field is actually pretty effective here. A lot of magic damage. Would have been a pretty good Rubik game.
Okay, well, quick for hero. They're gonna lone druid. That would be kind of funny.
I'm still I'm gonna stick by my lone druid call. Lone druid or razor. I think one of the two.
5 seconds remaining.
Whoa! It's Trent with the call. Okay. I
think
like
that makes
it.
a lot of sense. They needed the control. Wasn't sure about Quake for playing it, but I know he's a good puck. He just, again, I haven't seen him play
Yeah,
lately.
I
Maybe he
think
has, and I just
generally
looked.
speaking, they tend to sort of do like that fodder approach where they like to put Quakeval on a mid that scales a little bit better. Like the kind of semi-carry, you know, your invoker types where you can just farm, you know, and capitalize on his good mechanics. Puck can, I think, gets a bad rap in terms of scaling. You know, stuff like Ags allows him now to scale a little bit better towards the late game.
5 seconds remaining.
What does Vega want here? Is it the Dazzle? Whoa, it's the Treant. All right. Well, the CIS hero.
That's interesting.
Why did they
Treant.
pick Tree here? I mean, all of
dual
the other
off
like
lane?
defensive dazzle or like defensive support, like even Witch Doctor, for example, if they wanted some sustainability. Like,
I think it's like the idea is that he works well in a dual offlane scenario because he can go down with like the invis and help out the slider. Even if he's not there too, he can help with living armor. So they're,
yeah.
I guess they're just committed to not going straight Iron Talon on the slider.
Huh.
But there's gonna be a lot of pressure. Like I assume Escape obviously wants to fight because they have a clockwork, so they must be going aggro try, and then they send Legion down to solo safe lane, and then he can't do that solo. Like Slider can't go there solo.
I mean, honestly, dude, I'm really
5
digging on this
seconds
escape
remaining.
draft. I think this is scary. They've got amazing team fight. You've got a lot of magic damage. You've got really good control. It's cooldown based, but now with the puck added in, you've got a lot of stuns, a lot of ways to initiate, and you've got a lot of heroes that scale pretty well into the late game. You know, LC and Luna, they're definitely going to be able to stand up to OD Jug. That they have the benefit of slightly easier to execute team fight. And Seema already walks into Yapsor. Could this be a first blood already? Glimpse back, forced to level it up. It'll keep him alive. But already off to a pretty good start with this clockwork. All right.
Everyone's trying to scout the lanes right now and figure out what the hell's happening. Like, the FN's up top already. He's like, all right, who's in my lane? Like, what? Am I getting aggroed? And it doesn't look like he is. I don't know if Escape assume they're already going to dodge and come bottom. I feel like Escape want to try lane. Like, they want to fight 3v3. I can only assume. Because naturally you might say, like, oh, but
30
Clockwork and Warlock are
seconds
both
to battle.
greedy, so don't they both want, like, camps and shit to, like, do their thing? But I don't think that's how this works. I think they want to fight with these heroes. Last time I watched them, they seemed pretty confident just running at people.
All right. I'm not going to tell you my predictions this time, so I can
Good, that's
win,
probably for the best.
and then we can
I'm waiting
talk
for the
about it
lane
after.
scenario.
Let's see.
Because, like, I was going to choose Kezu for last sets because I thought they were going to go aggro with the Luna.
The last one is a weird one. Will there be a teleport canceled by a stun by
10
minutes? I'm trying to like reason how likely that is.
I'm going to say...
With a
I mean, that's so random, though. That's just like someone that tries to YOLO TP.
I want to say like it seems likely because there's a clockwork and he can interrupt TPs pretty easily with battery assault. But aside from, I mean, Luna can interrupt TPs, but it's only 10 minutes. So I'm gonna go with no. I'll tell you. I'm gonna go with no on that.
I went
one.
with no, too.
Battle begins.
That one's a little too weird for my taste. You know, like sometimes I look at things and go, yeah, that's my kind of crazy. That one, not so much. Trent, I also want to know what's going on with Warlock's face.
Warlock's face? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at his
It-
nose,
it's so
dude.
flat. Looks like
His
it hit by a
nose is
frying
like
pan.
twice the size of his cheeks.
He looks like instead of like walking into like a shovel or like a rake and like the thing hits you, it's like it was an upside down shovel and like somehow the whole like shovel just hit him in the face.
It looks like an iron just fell on his face when he was sleeping.
Maybe he was trying to get his rope looking so dank and he accidentally hit his face with the iron somehow.
That's really what it looks like. Good courier micro here. Little faceless Rex. He almost died to the scary raptor. Dinosaur on dinosaur action.
Well,
Noble effort. It's
we
a
have
dual lane
no-
though for
no
quick
fighting.
Look at this. Whoops.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Treant just staying in the mid. Struggling with my microphone here. All right, well, set up onto Puck. This is going to be a lot of damage, actually.
Oh.
Level
1 phase shift hurts. It's good now.
I'm glad we're on the same wavelength, though, Trent.
Yeah, I did some testing. Once I saw that Carapace worked on the Astral, I was like, what? And I immediately went to a lobby and attempted phase shift, and you can't phase shift the damage. I mean, you guys probably figured that out because we've seen enough ODs matchups at this point. But just so you know, you can't phase shift the Astral damage. It's a sad life.
You know, that actually is a strange mechanic, the way it like disables and does damage immediately like that. Like, I don't think there's anything
you
that
can also mech. Like, you can mech before the Astral damage hits you, but you can't phase shift, and you can spike Carapace. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. It's a strange mechanic. Some things you can beat it, but like you can't phase shift it even if you're like spam clicking it as fast as you can.
No, you can't do anything.
Yeah,
you can shift click it, and it's just not going to work.
Is there a cast point on phase shift? I guess there must be then.
No, I don't know. There isn't. So I don't know what's up with it.
I mean, even like if it's one of those things where it's like a .01 cast point where mech has literally 0 cast point, it's just immediate.
Yeah.
I think phase shift has a little tiny one. Well, I want to say it must, but since when have Dota mechanics ever been rooted in one-to-one logic like that?
All right. Well, interesting to say the least in terms of this game. So now you have a Clockwork that's still level 1.5 now. He's come mid. I'm really surprised they're not aggroing. I thought that was like the whole idea behind this. It's like, now what is the YapzOr going to do?
I mean, this whole thing is
going to like try and leech top.
I didn't think FNG would be camping mid like this. I mean, this is like a committed mid dual lane. We were thinking, or I guess you were thinking that it would be to help the Slardar, but he has gone for Iron Talon straight away. He's basically just jungling at his hard camp. And they're like committed to making sure Koikva has a tough time mid, and it's working. This Puck has 6 last hits compared to 15 of Iceberg.
I mean, he can't do anything. Like, it was already going to be a hard lane up against an OD. Like, it's just not going to have a lot of fun. But with the Treant here, it's just guaranteed that he gets virtually no farm. He has 6 last hits right now after the 16 of OD. And then now he just orbs. He can't come back in. Like, it's so risky for him to be there right now. If he gets Astraled, he's just dead.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's check in on the other lanes here. So, Era farming away in the safe lane. We've seen the Slardar. And how is the Radiant safe lane looking? We've got YapzOr now just getting XP in the off lane as creeps have shoved into the tower. FN on the Jug, soon to be level 5. And Seema the Slayer, he's level 3. Boots up, just stacking, pulling, doing all that good stuff in the jungle. And it is a jungling LC for Kezu. So,
yeah,
it's
kind of working. Like, YapzOr is doing this thing that we see with like Earth Spirits and Elder Titans sometimes, where if you're position 3s is going to have a better time in the jungle, they just go jungle and you go leech top as a 4. But of course, Clockwork, we all know, typical off laner, at least traditionally. So it kind of works even better for him because he is survivable. But it's also still like we talked about how it's okay because he's just leeching experience and he's actually getting a huge amount. Sioma not going for any sort of a pull here. They must be looking at pressure. They're going to have to try and force the YapzOr out of this.
I guess. This feels a little risky, though, against the Clockwork. Yeah, Cogs make this so difficult. They'll glimpse him back, but it falls short. Courier flies in. Almost takes some damage, but it'll be just fine. TP in from Kezu, and they won't even come close to finding the kill. And now YapzOr the other way. They'll have a battery assault. Of course, Glimpse is on cooldown for quite a while. Cogs come out. Still maybe not in the clear. Battery assault finally used. Now the duel dropped by Kezu. And he's not going to get the dual damage, but it's enough to keep YapzOr alive. They might still be able to kill the Disruptor. FN with the spin. This is just an awkward sequence, and now the first blood is drawn by Vega. Juggernaut gets the bonus gold after it's all said and done.
YapzOr's going to get spotted here, but he is faster with the boots. So miscommunication there, clearly. As YapzOr makes, like, he goes in for the play while Kezu's still, like, last hitting creeps. Like, if he actually followed in with him, I think they would have got that kill.
Yeah, and then the other side came true as well, where the Clockwork was kind of running around this way while the duel was happening over here, and it looked like a sandwich play, but if the Clockwork had sort of just stayed true to the course and manned up a little bit, they might have been able to kill him. It at least would have been close. The way they did it, it ended up being these weird 1v1s, and couldn't really capitalize on any of their damage. You know, LC isn't really hitting that hard right now, even with duel locking him down. She's basically just a walking crowd control every 50 seconds.
I don't know.
Funky. Well, it works out well for the Juggernaut, that's for sure. 3,100
God,
net worth on him.
Koikva is getting absolutely dumpstered. This is so sick. I am expecting to see more of this, actually.
More of Puck getting dumpstered, or
more of Quakefoot getting focused super heavily, because I think teams have noticed how crucial his like early game is to escape success.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. There's a handful of players that are, kind of like that. Like S4 in the old Alliance days, I can think of G, like kind of in the old Virtus Pro days, where the winning strategy against those teams is don't let their mid hero just run amok. And I think Quakefoot definitely fits the bill because he's so good at playing those carry-esque heroes. If you put him on a hero like Puck, who already doesn't scale that well and is like particularly momentum-based, if you cripple him,
exactly,
it's just
like
what's the recovery here?
Yeah, if this is a Tinker or something, you're like, okay, well, I mean, Cinderen's going to be stacking, or like Kezu will have like one stack running the whole time while he's jungling or some shit. But as a Puck, like, his only hope is if they dive on the side of Vega.
Yeah.
And he just like TPs in and ults them or something.
No, you're totally right. Slardar almost level 6. This is not going too bad for Mag. Pretty standard stuff for this Slardar with the Iron Talon, but making the most of it.
Did you get yours right? I got mine right.
Fuck.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Should have listened to this.
Off by 5. I really thought the Luna would get it. I had faith, Era. What happened, buddy? You even got the bouncy glaives, man. Oh my.
Tough life. Tough life.
Yeah, can't win them all.
All right, so Escape, it's about to turn up though, right? It's about to be very lit. Escape, almost have Cinder up to level 6. Yapsor is closing in on it as well with this wave coming in. Goodbye, Tome at 10 minutes just to secure it, to make sure he'll have it, and this is going to be their moment. Like, Quakefoot has resigned himself to being a kill hero this game. He might even, I wouldn't be surprised if he just picked up the second null, but it might be that he needs Blink first.
Brown Boots, Dagon, just, you know what? Fuck it, guys. We got to do damage. We got to kill something. It's a ridiculous, but I mean, maybe not Brown Boots, Dagon, but I mean, what do you transition into this game? Do you just go Blink, Veil?
Yeah, I think so.
Blink, Dagon the play?
The important thing, though, is what comes first, the Blink or the Veil. If you're ahead, you want the Veil first, but I think he'll probably have to go Blink first this game.
Dream Coil on FNG does not snap the tether, and the tree will be just fine. All of his dreams will move on to become memes.
Well said. Earn up on Yapsor. That's pretty farmed for position 4. It's nice.
And he's halfway through level 5. This is really going well. I mean, Jungle LC, even though it gets, some flack, it's kind of known as that, like, pub nonsense when you just want to go AFK. You can still jungle very effectively, and Kezu's done a pretty good job maximizing on farm for the team. They were looking for maybe a setup onto Iceberg, but he'll just walk back, and Kezu goes back to farming.
I could talk about jungling for like an hour. I've been doing so much testing on the Radiant side jungling. You wouldn't believe the shit I've seen.
What?
You can get like a level. Oh my god, dude! Like the shit you can do in the Radiant jungle is actually disgusting. You can get level 5 on a Darkseer at 3 minutes with nothing but an Iron Talon.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually so broken. Like I think Radiant side is totally busted. You can get level 5 on a Morphling at 3.5 minutes.
Is it because you can stack multiple camps so easily, or what's the?
It's this little segment right in here. If you like cut out these trees, it's so easy to just like non-stop stack and farm both of these camps. It took me one try to get level 5 at exactly 3 minutes as a Darkseer, and I was like, oh my god. If I practice this more, I could probably like improve that.
I see.
And then you can do it with Morphling too. You can just like hit from the high ground. With any ranged hero, you can attack both of these camps from the high ground and use Iron Talon to like destroy their HP.
And I see. So they just spend all their time just trying to run up the hill while you're walking.
Yeah, they just run in circles. So
and
like
it kind of naturally stacks for you, like almost without trying because they're running around.
100 viewers in Zyori's chat and everyone Dota TV. I highly recommend going to your pub, just convincing your team it's gonna be fine, and buying an Iron Talon as Morphling, and then you're level 5 at like 4 minutes, and you have a Soul Ring, and you just run around the map. As like you go full Agi to start, but then you switch all the way back to Strength, and you just roam the map and be support Morphling at level 5. Brutal.
Wow, talking your team into trusting you for that might be the hardest part.
It's only
honestly,
like 4 minutes. I'm sure it's fine.
Well,
it's true
still,
though.
I mean,
just make sure they're not tilted.
Hey, I've had some games where people give up before 4 minutes because of something very similar to that. You took my bounty rune, I feed, and they're not kidding. And that shit happens. It's all too real.
Well, it's 10 minutes in. There's only one kill. Forgive us, guys. But there's an Invis rune now on Kezu in the mid lane. Iceberg in trouble. Gets the buff, and the damage. Oh, it's not going to be there.
It's not even close, dude. Oh, Warlock comes in. Maybe this will turn it around. Now the rest of Vega has joined the party. Glimpse back. The puck will be killed in exchange for the OD after a nice setup from the Disruptor. Root from the tree. Yapzor, he'll be just fine. The follow-up damage not quite there. FN does have an Omni Slash. Hanging on to it for now. This is a big rotation from Escape. Everybody except the Luna. Great ultimate from the Warlock. That's kind of what turned the tides there and made that whole thing possible.
No duel, though. So that kind of sucks. So no snowballing.
Yeah, unfortunate.
But yeah, good thing Syndrome was there. So they had the level 6. They didn't even have to use the hook shot, I guess, which is kind of nice. So they have a little bit of momentum going forward, even though they don't have the Warlock.
Dude, with Living Armor, that shit wasn't even close without Synderon's ult.
That's crazy, eh?
It's not even like, oh, Synderon came in and sniped the kill to finish him off. It was, Iceberg was at like 60%.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't even really that scared. He's going to have his Force Staff come in momentarily here. Of course, upgrade that into the Hurricane Pike. Fabulous item on the Outhouse Devourer.
The best. Great game for it, too. You have the Slardar, man. It's like my favorite combo. Amplified damage, Hurricane Pike. Disgusting. Like, you can be anywhere in the fight. If someone's amplified damage, you can just position yourself to give them that little Hurricane Pike, and you guarantee the 4 hits, right? Because you're not going to lose vision. And it works with Disruptor, too, because he can put the Q on top. So, Iceberg has 2 of the best people for this.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Down bottom, Era, level 9. He's picked up the HOD, starting to stack up Ancients. Pretty coarse stuff here on the Luna. No big surprise. But still quite nice. A couple of smoke rotations here. Escape rotating down bottom, and Vega trying to rotate up top. Both teams with the same idea.
Yeah.
And we'll see who finds the better of it. Synderon might be in some trouble mid. Just trying to get a little farm going, just trying to leech. He's just your neighborhood-friendly Warlock with infused raindrops. Looks like he'll be able to dodge the gank for now. Still about 45 seconds till his ult comes up. Meanwhile, down bottom, the rest of Escape grouping up as if they want to take a fight. Mag does get scattered out by Koikva. Hops in.
This is way too deep. Without golems?
Forces out a Living Armor, but his Dream Coil's down, and now Iceberg's here. They've got vision. Koikva does not have a blink, but he does have an orb. Jaunts to it. He does have a regen rune here. He'll TP home, it looks like. Now the Luna just gets locked down. Easy setup for Vega.
I think Koikva's feeling the pressure of the snowball a little bit here. Just goes in like way too ambitious. Like that could have just been a tower.
I mean,
if they didn't dive.
And I think the key thing there is Golem. If you've got the offering, that's not a bad dive. You can clear out the trees. You can probably kill some of those TPs coming in, but they just had no way to save him. If he had a Blink Dagger there, absolutely. But nobody's that mobile. Even the Clockwork, you know, he's technically a support. He could hook shot in, and what's he going to do? Cogs and then just get turned on. Tier 1 tower down bottom. This will be easy for Vega.
It's a nice pivot by Escape to go mid, though.
However, Living Armor puts kind of a crux in the mix.
Yeah, if you don't get this, it's nothing.
Bottom falls, and I mean, this is already a free tower for Dire. They could come back and mount a defense. I think they're nervous of the ultimates, but FNG, he's got an overgrowth.
This is so tempting to defend, but they won't be able to. That's huge for Escape. They're actually getting it knocked down, because bottom's just going to get healed back up. This will be full. But knocking that one down.
Dude, this Jug is insanely farmed. I'm a little bit surprised FN didn't opt for the Battle Fury this game.
Yeah, that build's dead. It's over.
Completely?
Yeah, it's dead. We're killing it. I think we're done with it. I think Manta Diffusal is just too strong in like 90% of games to go Battle Fury.
90%?
I mean, that's how I feel. I
feel
like
shit,
it seems to be a mistake every time I watch it. I've heard some other people theory crafting it. I mean, look what he does with a Manta, though. Like, there's a Silence in this game. There's a Clockwork. Like, Manta is just so mega value. And then you're always going to build a Diffusal anyway. And once you have that, your damage just gets, like, insanely better.
So, the reason I think Battle Fury Jug is more viable than 10% just in general is just the way Omni Slash works. Turning that into a cleave completely changes your damage in team fights. Like that, it's not only just a farming tool on Jug. He's one of those it's sort of like the Ember Spirit effect to a lesser degree, but still you get additional value out of the item because of how it works with your spells, not just for passive farming and split pushing.
What I would say is that in like the value you get out of like Yasha and shit is just so much more reliable than Battle Fury that it's so much better to me. Like it's not like we're going to stop seeing Battle Fury altogether. I think every time you have an OD, you go Yasha build, like Manta Diffusal, every time, because you need to snowball early with your OD. Anyway, Escape around the back lines. Oh, no! Yes, that's a
whiffed hook shot, and now the smoke gets revealed. The jig is up. Now this gets real awkward real quick. Glimpse back. Oh, Synderon. They'll find him. Static Storm, Kinetic Field. Good night.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Okay. Everything coming up Vega.
Yeah, easy tower. Easy kill. That's just a little bit unfortunate.
So how much longer on this age? Is still a lot of time, right? Yeah, plenty of time.
Yeah. What do you do if you're Escape right now? I think you really just have to turtle up and kind of wait for Vega to overcommit a little bit. And you got to find the power of your 5-man. That's what it's all about. This Chaotic Offering is the key cooldown. Has the ability to win fights or lose fights if they don't have it.
You have 2 options, right? Like basically, the one way that you win is you kill OD without using any of your big ultis to get rid of the Aegis. That's like the dream scenario, but by the way, Vega's probably going to be positioned. That's likely impossible because they'll just counter on top of you if he starts getting low or something. The other way is that you get everyone inside the ultimates, like Treant, Disruptor. Like somehow you get a 5-man Warlock ulti or something, or like one person's duel, 2 people are hooked, and the other 2 are ultied or Dream Coiled or some shit, right? Like you can't blow everything on the OD. Like if you blow everything, it has to kill everyone at the same time, and then you just kill OD when he's by himself. You hope that works, but it's super scary. Like you have to try and hit all these mobile and like magic immune heroes.
This is a starting point. Era getting a big fatty stack here, completely uncontested. That'll move him up in the farm ranks and actually get him about even with OD. So this is pretty big.
That's true. About half a jug, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, he still has a ways to go, but now it sort of feels almost in grasp, as if Vega take a bad fight if they do overcommit into the ultimates that Escape are right back into this game. It kind of if you look at the gold graph, it stops that snowball from just spiraling out of control and at least gives them some breathing room. Era's now got his Dragon Lance up. Far from over. 5 kills in 18 minutes, though. It's damn passive. Iceberg comes in, set up onto the Luna. Hook shot, though. Yapzor on 2 with Cogs. Era with the turn. They destroy FNG. Eclipse with plenty of damage. It gets Iceberg low. So the rest of the team ready to fight. Slardar with the counter initiation. OD drops the hammer, but Synderen drops his in return. A lot of heroes getting low. Astral Imprisonment will be enough to finish off Luna. OD comes back to life as Disruptor dies in the backline. Synderen trying to make it out. Won't be so lucky as Mag gets another crush, and it's a good fight for Vega. Slardar going in and going out, weaving in between the heroes, putting that Blink Dagger to great use.
2 for 3. Could have been a lot worse, I suppose.
Yeah,
to
but
get
it's
the Aegis
two
down.
supports for 2 cores and a support, so it's a pretty
bad.
big disparity.
And what happened too, though, right? Like you saw the rock come down, and the positioning was just nice from Vega. Oh! Did they have scan? God, they just like walked right past Kezu. Oh, that's so close.
Well, they'll just head bottom instead. Alive. They get Yapzor Mag with the easy setup, gets a bash to boot, and it's a Blink Dagger on FN, by the way. So the Blink brothers are in town, and they're just going to be setting up easy ganks like that.
Speaking of which,
hello, Synderen. See, if he had a Battle Fury there, that would have been a kill. I'm just saying.
He didn't spin?
He didn't spin for some reason, and now he mantis off the silence. Okay. Living Armor helping him out. There's the spin. Does not have enough mana for the TP.
He's got Blink, though. He's out.
He's good. And they've got a bounty room down bottom. Okay. Just saying, Trent. That would have been a cleave kill. It's true. It's true.
I mean, he also wouldn't have a Blink, though, because he's not going to go Battle Fury Blink.
Hey, who's to say? Okay, probably not Battle Fury Blink. That is pretty YOLO. But
yeah, no, it's I like the Blink because the whole idea was that they were going to group up again and fight once more with the Aegis with the Blink Dagger, and it's like because Blink doesn't help you farm that fast. Obviously, it helps you split push decently, but they just really wanted to make good use of that Aegis, and they did. So that was well purchased. Now he'll go back into the Diffusal Blade and just farm up towards the next Roche.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's definitely because of the current momentum they've got. And it's a good item on Jug, no doubt. If you're, ahead, he's the highest level in the game. He's 13. Highest on Escape are 2 11s. So when you're kind of in that state, Blink is just a nice bully item where you can jump in the back line and mess somebody's day up.
All right, we got to pause. It's time. Spill the beans. How are your predictions going?
Let's take a look. What do we got? Okay, so prediction 1, I selected 30 to 40.
I went 20 to 30 on that one. I think you might end up being right though, because I think the Aegis timer is gonna be a little like the way
Well, and,
the first
Vega
Roche
doesn't
was
have
late enough.
great pushing either. Even if they're winning,
Yeah, Jug's pretty good, but it's not the best. It's true.
I think Jug is okay, but OD's kind of underwhelming. Slardar's pretty underwhelming. They don't have anything that makes Jug like if they had SD, I'd probably be tempted to pick your threshold.
Did you puck or did you Jug?
For less
Least
deaths,
Yeah.
I Luna'd.
Oh, you Luna'd. A
Let me-
dangerous proposition.
And a failing proposition.
I went with the Jug. He's sitting at 0 still. But
Fuck you, man. All right. Oh, that one might have been a mistake. I think I'm just the reason I picked Era, I picked player, not hero, which was probably a mistake.
Mistakes were made.
I mean, just over time, I've heard so many stats of like, no matter what team Era's on, whether it be like the old school NIP, which was, mid-tier, he's consistently across LAN tournaments one of the highest KDA players, just average really high kills, really low deaths. And a lot of that is because his teams tend to play that 4+1 style where, you're fed everything and the whole winning token is him and Koikva, taking over the late game. But
Oh, Radiant scan. Oh, look how close it is. Oh my god. Are they going to lose because of this?
oh, the
That
tree
scan was
breaks
so
the smoke.
close.
They know it's here, though. They see with the rocket. Yapzor connects with a hook shot, but he gets glimpsed back, and it might be a blessing in disguise. Koikva, he jumps in. He drops the Dream Coil on 2, but now the overgrowth from FNG breaks it up for escape. The rock comes down, but Synderen in harm's way. Now the Eclipse from Era. They'll get the duel. They get the kill on OD to get things started. It ends up being an okay fight for escape, but now the Juggernaut. Omni Slash on 2. It's a double as Luna and Legion Commander get brought down. Synderen trying to solo FNG off to the side. And meanwhile, Yapzor gets brought down by the Juggernaut and Slardar combo. Looks like the Golem will get chased down for a little bit of extra money. A 1 for 3. They do get dual damage. Honestly, it was a great fight until Juggernaut showed up. That's basically the...
Man, he played that fight so odd. I was like, I don't know. He like blinked out. There must have been some sort of miscommunication because he blinked out when FNG went in and did the ulti. But at the same time, like, that's going to set up into the Warlock ulti. But he didn't just like run away. He blinked out. So then you had to wait the full 12 seconds before he was going to reinitiate with like the perfect Omni Slash because that's what blinks for. So like that was kind of scary. But that's exactly what you're right. Like it looked good till he showed up because like he delayed his own entrance as Synderen gets absolutely annihilated.
Yep, Blink Brothers. Easy peasy now. Especially now that Jug has the Diffusal and Manta. It's just jump on target, kill target pretty much. He has Mithril Hammer, probably just a BKB for the Jug, I'd imagine. Playing it safe. Really good BKB game. Just a lot of annoying magic damage.
Let's Deso. Let's go.
I mean,
No,
to be
no,
frank,
I'm
he
just
could
kidding.
get away with it, but...
No, he'll.
Well, you think about
I
that
think
like...
it's too good.
Think about that like on the Warlock. He's got 3 armor. I mean, you're 3-shotting some of these squishy supports. Clockwork with 5 armor, Puck with 5 armor. Deso's a little bit crazy, but he's far enough ahead that he could just stomp
cool.
on him. It would have been cool, but he goes BKB. He plays it safe. There's a lot on the line here, Trent. Everybody
true.
wants to go to Boston.
Aston.
Got to go to the.
I was streaming some of the qualifiers. I literally streamed one game in both days. Like I streamed one game one day and then one game the next day because I only cared about those 2 games.
I
and
saw
thought
your
it'd be
stream.
cool.
You were up to like 60 viewers one day.
I know it's fun. Last time I did this, I had like 3K, but like, man, it's all about who just starts to stream first. And I was just like, I do not feel like doing that competition this year.
Dude, Llama went ham, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, she did. She
I
went in.
I hope her kidneys are okay. I imagine
I hope she's
quite a bit
all right.
of caffeine was consumed.
And she rolled deep on these ones.
Uh-oh, here we
But,
go. Schmoke rotation. Escape, hook shot in.
Oh, Japs are so close.
He doesn't get the snipe, though, and it will just be a hook shot to his suicide. Unbelievably close.
Did he not have slots? Oh, Yapzor.
Yappy.
He didn't have slots.
Get rid of the raindrops, bro.
How do you... God bless, dude. I know you, Yapzor. Come on, man. I thought you had that.
It was close. That one made me uncomfortable.
Can you rewind these? No, you can't if you're actually in.
If I wasn't feeling lazy, I could have done some instant replay for our 100 viewers, but the value proposition...
You guys aren't worth it.
Sorry, gang. 120, pardon me. It's a 20% difference. Can't exclude him.
Well, Koikva has transitioned from his Blink Bots build into Blink Bots Dagon. So, gonna try and go into the split push game. Understandable, with a little bit of kill potential. They have decent split push, but the only problem is like their little window of being like, yay, we're super farmed and gonna win Dota 2 is definitely over. And now Vega are just gonna try and like get these lanes in a spot where they can take a tier 2, take another tier 2, and then go high ground.
You know, I'm actually kind of glad I called that Dagon on Puck. I was, you know, Brown Boots Dagon was a joke,
surprised.
but it can be a good recovery item. You know, when you're a puck that's behind, you know, if you just try to go defensive, like, all right, I'll get a Force Staff. Okay, now I got Blink. Oh, I need a Lincoln's, or oh, I need a BKB. You're just perpetually behind and just forever a Dream Coil and silence. But now Koikva has some kill potential. You know, he can.
Does he though? Like, look at Sioma. Good luck. He's a hood.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well.
And then who else are you gonna dig on? A Treant? 1600
Slardar.
HP and an Aghanim Scepter?
No, honestly, it's all about catching the sprinting Slardar.
That's pretty much it. He's gonna have a Shadow Blade soon.
I'm actually like not joking. The Shadow Blade is gonna make it hard, but that's your target. I mean, I think Treant, 1600 HP.
Disruptor was your target. I mean, he was the dream, but
yeah.
Sioma said no to that.
And yeah, I mean, you gotta. Well, if you hit the Treant with a silence and there's someone else helping you out, it can't insta-give the tree, but it can set up for someone else to finish him off. You know, if he gets hit by a couple of stray lucent beams on the Eclipse or something like that. But perhaps never mind. He's up to 1800 HP now. He's got a goddamn Aghanims. 26 minutes into this. FNG is... This is what we were talking about. The Treant's farming, man.
It is going to delay their high ground, though. Like, there's no point. Aghanims doesn't do anything going high ground. Like, you can put a tree up. That's it. Compared to, like, if he just bought, like, Vlad's mech or something at this point, you can imagine how much stronger they'd be.
Well, okay, the opportunity cost is kind of high in that regard, but I don't know if it's totally useless for pushing. I mean, it makes it do damage. There's trees kind of around where you can, you know, get some eyeballs, kind of clock people.
I'll say what it is. It's the winning item in this game for sure. Like, I definitely think it's the right call. I'm just saying that
if your goal is to
push, it's going to delay this game in like. Which is fine. I think it's okay if Vega delays this game longer.
You're just trying to get your prediction for Barracks, man. I see what you're
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, my prediction's screwed because he went this instead of Vlad's mech.
Here we go. The initiation. Clockwork dies first again. Omni Slash will bring down the putt. Glimpse back onto old Cinderin. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, it's a 3-0. Soon to be 4, I believe, as my prediction is evaporating before my eyes as the Luna gets killed once more. 4-0, 17-4. Vega Squadron coming in hot. Jesus Christ, man. I feel like most of our games today so far, like we're 3 for 3 for fairly one-sided. Just, well, they got ahead. They didn't throw away the lead. They won the game. Well done. You know, that's kind of been the name of the game here. This was just domination for Vega.
Yeah, Oh, Kezu. Nice blink forward. Is that going to cost him?
Yeah, it certainly will.
Oh, you're
Hurricane
dead, bro.
Pike, baby.
Yeah. Pew, pew, pew.
Set lasers to Cornbread. That'll be a dead Legion commander. Heroes starting to respawn, though.
Minute and a half go.
We're still pretty early into the game. Lincoln Sphere. Oh, my God, he got it.
Kill the Rex. Go.
Wait, it's just the tower. You're right. It's not how
you half. Oh, I got this.
Come on, escape. You can hold. Hook shot. Drop the rock. Can't stop the rock, baby.
Woo!
Oh.
Easy. Honestly, I never doubted.
Fuck, man. My dreams of being a top compendium holder. Falling
Vega,
apart.
FN still sent at 0 deaths. I got this, man. I'm going to be 4 for 4 this game.
Fuck. I'm going to be like 1 for 4. I'm not looking good. I'm... Okay, I got number 4. That's good. And yeah, I'm going to be 1. I'm not going to get this Deaths 1 unless this game really changes.
Oh, FN could throw, though, because Mag somehow still hasn't died. Shout out to Mag. 1-0-12 on a Slardar. How do you just not die on Slardar? What a player.
I mean, honestly, he had a fairly easy time. He spent most of the lane just kind of farming neutrals and then leeching under the tower. He has pretty much had he had a well-timed Blink Dagger. He's showed up to these fights when they've already kind of won. So it's... Mag's played well, but I feel like
you're sleeping on Mag.
More like I've seen Mag perform and carry games, and this is one where he's just been doing his thing. He's he's not setting the tempo. You know, his team's already doing that. He's just kind of following up, hitting the easy stuns. He's keeping it steady, you know. He's saving the Red Bulls for later on today for the hard games.
They are dead here. Is he gonna walk out past his own tower? Will he be so foolish?
Here we go. He pops the sprint. This is the only hope. They've got to hit him with the Dagon.
Oh, they know. Quickfoot is like face shifting while he's killing a ward. That's how scared they are.
Oh, here we go.
Wow. That was a lot of damage.
Puck died.
They immediately... Oh, the tree. I hadn't even realized that vision was there.
Hello, LC. I mean, it's just not even fair at this point.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
These aren't hero kills, man. This is hero domination. 9-second BKB still on Juggernaut. Gem also up on the tree. And look at this, dude. He's putting trees down in enemy territory. They're going to push with the tree.
I mean, they only got that kill because of that tree.
See, they're going to put some eyes in the forest and the base.
Plays were made. Like, Citron has to have the Quelling Blade now. Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, no buyback. It just wants to kill a ward, bro. Like, that's like that tree. Man, trees are great for going high ground when people try and get rid of them. Mm-hmm. You just blow them up in 2 shots.
I told you, man. You were selling the pushing Aghanim short. This is a pushing item.
Let's be clear. A Mechan of Lads would do more, though. Come on. Come on.
I mean, I think Disruptor could have just gotten mech instead of pipe. That would have been... I mean, the pipe is pretty good here, but...
Pipe's the item, I'm sure. It's good.
I think he could have gotten mech. Well, no, he wouldn't have... he could almost have mech than pipe.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What I would have... If we're nitpicking here...
We're nitpicking.
I would have said Disruptor go mech Glimmer.
Okay,
and
yeah, Glimmer's a good
Treant.
game. But he needed the hood, though.
Well, I think he could have just gotten Cloak and not the full hood. Here we go. It's a team fight.
You can tell there's not much to talk about this game.
I mean, Escape. This isn't even a
that.
team fight, dude. Escape
No.
is just dying to right clicks. Dire are still all above 90% HP. All right, Luna gets him down a little bit with her Lucent Beam BKB. It's a noble effort from Air, but I mean, that was just... It's not even bashing on Escape. That wasn't even a team fight. That was a team massacre.
I questioned this draft in Dream League when they did the exact same thing, and I was very confused. Oh, look at all these green corrects on my screen. Oh, it looks so sexy. Anyway, but then they won that game, and I was like, wow, this worked way better than I expected. But at the very start of the game, we talked about like the Clockwork Warlock like pressure. I feel like it's supposed to do something in the laning stage. I really thought they were gonna aggro with the Luna, and they just didn't go for it.
Yeah. No, it seemed like it. I mean, you see Luna picks now most frequently when there's some sort of like you pick up a Chen, rare as that is, you know, and you want to do an early 5-man or you want to aggro try, or you want to do something
aggro try, yeah.
or you want to do something funny with the Aghanim's ult. I'm still waiting for that to win a key game.
Dude, that's coming for sure. Tiny toss in, like you toss in,
yeah, dude,
like an Earthshaker, and then you use the Aghanim's Luna at the same time on top of him.
Aghanim's Luna on Wisp is like not the stupidest thing in the world. It's not amazing. It's definitely gimmicky, but the damage output is ridiculous. You just being able to put that ultimate, like, oh, they're doing Roche. Okay, I'm just going to drop that in the Roche pit while they're in there and there's no creeps is like having the ability to do that makes that ultimate unbelievably powerful for a pretty good window of the game. But I digress. Not the focus of this match. Only 4 kills picked up by Escape. A brutal beatdown, but hey, Vega looking pretty good. What do we have coming up next here, Trenty?
I don't know what to be next. I haven't seen an announcement yet.
Fantastic 5 versus Vega. So so far we're at about a 75% Fantastic 5 rate.